and gentlemen, welcome back to the B-Win World Series of Darts Finals, coming to you from the incredible city of Vienna, Austria, where it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, a World Championship semi-finalist, Fireball Jamie Lewis. And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the reigning World Youth Champion, the Dreammaker, Dimitri Van den Bergh.
It's
dance moves, and they're on a par with Dimitri Van den Bergh's.
He wouldn't catch me up there doing that, mate. Not in a million.
Well, Dimitri and Jamie Lewis with a real chance to put a very disappointing year behind them here in Vienna this weekend. Van den Bergh, who could and possibly should have beaten Rob Cross at the World Championship, reached the final of the first World Series event of the year in Germany, of course, back in May. And Jamie Lewis, a World Championship semi-finalist, but since then it's been a real struggle for Lewis on the tour in 2018.
Yeah, I think we were just discussing both players while we were waiting for the walk-ons, and you said a very poignant thing. He comes alive on the big stage.
Van den Bergh, yeah.
Some players just never really get it, you know, and there's plenty out there examples of guys that never perform as well as they do on the floor, where Van den Bergh would love to play as well on the floor as he does on the stage.
First leg is Dimitri
on the floor, I
first.
just wonder whether he just cannot get himself going.
Yeah, maybe.
Cannot motivate himself whatsoever, but put him on a big stage, the bright lights and the TV cameras and the atmosphere and the crowd, and it literally is a different Dimitri.
140.
Known as Dancing Dimitri, I don't think you could really do too much dancing at the Pro Tour events. What a start from both.
108.
Didn't have to wait long. First Lewis, 180. Just sort of edged towards Dimitri on that fact that he does come alive on the big TV stages, and both have really had a tough season, apart from, as you said, that one final.
With Jamie Lewis,
Dimitri.
fantastic performance to get to the semi-finals of the World Championship. Totally
brilliant.
Came from absolutely nowhere, left field. Well, £85,000 set him up really for a fair while, and but then has just gone on and achieved very little this year. In the entire year, he's earned £26,000 on the Pro Tour.
108.
But Dimitri finds the target as well.
Opening leg, 84 after 9.
An £85,000 from the World Champs, 26,000 for the rest of the year. So picks and troughs for Jamie Lewis.
He lives on that kind of money. Double 16, double 18.
Double 4 it is.
It's on the first leg.
12 darter, Dimitri.
Second leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens to Van den Bergh. The winner of this actually plays Rob Cross in the second round, the world champ on Saturday night. Van den Bergh was involved in an epic Ali Pali classic. And was 2 legs up in the deciding set and just couldn't close.
Yeah, he couldn't convert.
Yeah,
had a bit of winning line.
That's right. And Cross went on and on and on. And
but then it didn't discourage him. He went off to Australia to go on an exhibition tour with Phil Taylor amongst others, and Andy Hamilton was out there. And yeah, he played Phil in one of the finals and an average somewhere around 105 and blitzed him.
Terrific support from the Austrian public here for this weekend in Vienna. Sellouts over the weekend, 2,600 people.
Thirsty work, the starts.
95.
Yeah, but Van den Bergh, as you say, it just seems to flick a switch when it comes to the TV tournament.
It must be purely just down to focus, Stuart.
140.
Just that much more switched on when he plays on TV.
He just thrives on the atmosphere, doesn't he, and the adrenaline. And you say for some players they do. Some people
84.
well known to freeze on the big stage.
Another couple of those would have left double 18 his favourite.
95. Jamie Maguire 102.
Almost Phil. Lewis has to get this one. Like the lie.
70.
Good setup shot. Leaves double 16.
Dimitri with a chance to double his lead.
Stay there for double 16 himself. Oh, just couldn't find that adjustment.
100.
But like Lewis, sets up the double. 32. For one apiece.
Yeah, shot the second leg. Jamie Lewis.
Very confident holds of throw.
Dimitri to throw first.
Dimitri, they were only 2 legs deep, averaging 110. Lewis 95.76. Early doors, but an early indication that Dimitri is definitely
100.
a big stage player.
Well, that German darts masters when Dimitri Van den Bergh got to the final, beat Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson en route.
Yep.
Fantastic performance.
8-3 he beat Michael, didn't he?
Demencio Sulovic, he lost 2 in the final, and then Jamie Lewis was at the same tournament.
Both missed out on the Euros, which is, you know, they come, well, Jamie has to qualify in the UK for those, but Dimitri would often have the easier, with all due respect, the easier qualification process, but neither made a dent in that, and both of them missed out. One John McDonald, sure is. That's our master of ceremonies.
180.
Second 180. And again, left a very doable 81.
180.
Still got 6 darts at this 81. Possible 11 dart leg.
Well, Van den Bergh took 12 darts to win the first
double
leg.
18.
Lewis took 13 to win the second.
Yeah,
Dimitri taking 11 to win the third.
He loves double 18, but doesn't go the 45 route. Bizarre.
100.
Dimitri's average now up to 117.71.
It is. It's just
mind-boggling.
Yeah. If he could play on a TV stage every week, he'd be top 10 in the world.
93.
But the same could be said for Jamie, you know. He just looks a different player to the player, the Welshman, who's lost in the first round of the last 5 Players' Championship events. 5 consecutive first-round.
He's up here in front of 2,500 people, averaging 101.55. 218 is in 3 and a bit legs. Not Mr. Double. And he doesn't look like a guy. Look at this, third 180. He doesn't look like a player that's come into this tournament having lost 5 first-round matches on the spin. And this is a staggering performance for somebody whose confidence would be really low.
Well, for both of them, isn't it? Just totally different players. And that's for another 11 dart leg. Wow. 11 darter from Bergh, 11 from Lewis. Winning legs, 12, 13, 11 and 11.
This is 2 guys that effectively have been having an absolute nightmare of a season.
99.
As I always say, Stuart, pressure is for tyres. These guys absolutely love it.
134.
And Lewis 110 average. Bergh 110 and a bit. Well, quality
on the back end of the World Championships, and then the build-up to obviously the Premier League. You know, I wouldn't have minded, as it had that theme of new blood, of chucking these 2 guys in there. But everybody thought I was a bit bonkers, but I think they would have done all right. And those numbers are correct. That's not their last score.
47.
Now, is this the chance that Jamie Lewis has been looking for? All legs comfortably won on throw so far.
140.
Took the chance.
113 average for the Welshman. Amazing, amazing. Can't do anything on the floor. The play, totally different atmosphere, of course, isn't it?
Oh, it's very sterile.
98. Jamie Uruguay 87.
Oh, treble 17, double 18. 20 for ball. Just make sure the 20, Jamie. Bullseye.
49. Dimitri Uruguay
17 to hold throw and go into the commercial break. 3-2 up.
Fantastic standard for 2 very talented young dart stars. He's left himself tops.
77.
Close.
Jamie Uruguay 38.
May split this. 6 for double 16.
Good darts, Jamie Lewis. He strikes the first blow because he breaks the throw of Dimitri Bergh. The Belgian had a dart at tops to go 3-2 up. The quality from both, 107 average each. And we've still got maybe 6 legs to play. Lewis leads Bergh 3-2 on the opening night of the World Series Finals. The opening night of the World Series Finals, and we're halfway through the match of the night. Young Welshman Jamie Lewis 3-2 up against young Belgian Dimitri Bergh. Lewis averaging 108, Dimitri not far short of 107. Been a real high quality affair. The winner to take on Rob Cross. Still to come, Gerwyn Price will play Hong Kong's Royden Lam. Cracking game between Steve Beaton and Daryl Gurney, and then Ross Smith, one of the qualifiers, against the newly crowned European champion James Wade. That's all to come on the opening night, but no let-up from Lewis.
125.
Stuff. More 180s and he has 140s. It's a great leg for Lewis before the break.
180.
6 in the match, 3 apiece.
It's just a fantastic standard. It's just great to see, isn't it?
Well, it's frightening to think the Players' Championship is the next event after this one on ITV4 in a few weeks' time down in Minehead. And Dimitri had to make, I think, somewhere around the last 16 of the final Players' Champions just to get in that. You know, and that's a 64 field. You know, 64 players in that field. What's he been doing?
Waiting for nights like this, it seems. That's unlucky for Lewis.
Could be costly.
80.
No, lost the throw.
Hit the barrel.
As we say, a break's not a break if you don't hold.
So 6 darts for Bergh, you would feel from here. We'll switch.
105.
Great thinking, leave 76.
Well, he had a dart, don't forget, at tops for a ton plus finish, didn't he, to go 3-2 up. Jamie
13.
Lewis.
For tops.
133.
Pressure on his 76.
Dimitri requires 76.
And the numbers still stacking up from both players. 2 darts to level. Biggest dart of the match so far.
72. Jamie requires 40.
So for 4-2 and control. Nailed it.
Next on the sick leg, Jamie
13 dart leg.
4 out of 5 on the doubles.
Give us a rundown of the legs so far in this match.
12, 13, 11, 11, 14,
13.
13.
The longest leg of the match. A 14 darter.
Well, Bergh has missed 3 darts in the last 2 legs to win them both. Instead of being 4-2 up, he's 4-2 down. The fine margins, especially in a race to 6.
108.72 Lewis, 110.73 Bergh, and we're in the 7th leg. Proper darts.
100.
3 180s apiece.
But these are the sort of darts that we saw Jamie Lewis
In the Worlds.
produce round after round at the World Championship. It just made it look so easy. And you know, in that semi-final against Taylor, he had chances to win 3 or 4 of the first half a dozen sets and didn't take them.
Yeah, unfortunately, he played Phil in that that match rather than
100.
just try playing the board. But yeah, he certainly carved out enough chances. Back-to-back maxes.
Astonishing performance.
140. Dimitri require 161.
But at the moment, Jamie Lewis is in the top 5 of
64.
best ever World
Jamie
Series
require
averages,
85.
112.52, with room to improve. A double 9 for a 12 dart leg. Incredible.
Double break.
Eighth leg is Jamie to throw first.
111.54. Wowzer.
Well, where has this performance come from? Where has it been
From
all
both.
year?
From both.
Yeah, Bergh 108 and losing. Lewis 111 and winning very well.
58.
Not a chance.
I would say this is Jamie Lewis's best performance since the World Championship.
Absolutely, by a mile. By an absolute country mile.
So this is the guy that lost 5 consecutive first-round matches at the Players'
150.
Championship events. He gets an opponent who could easily have been in front himself, Dimitri, but for missed doubles. It's been one of those games, but take nothing away from Jamie Lewis.
96.
I just hope for the pair of them, irrelevant of the result, they just take so much from this. You know, if there's any doubt, this just proves that they shouldn't have any. They should be able to play with such freedom,
59.
knowing that they've got this type of game in the locker. As we've seen, all about tiny margins and the odd little mistake, especially on that Pro Tour, because it's a level
100.
playing field effectively, because it's just in that perfect environment. For those that don't know, it's 32 dart,
100.
16 dartboard, sorry, and all in cubicles.
140.
Do you remember he demolished Peter Wright, didn't he, at the World Championships? 107 average. 4 sets to 0, was it? It was incredible.
And he's potentially, this will be his highest
ever TV average.
Yeah, that was it. 107. He's shade under 110 at the moment.
57. Jamie, you require 107.
What a performance from Jamie Lewis. Well, take a bow, young man.
Double 16 for 6-2.
Simply sensational. And what a way to wrap it up. 107 finish. A fantastic performance. 6 out of 7 on the doubles. 109.82. His best ever average in a TV event. Jamie Lewis comes alive. His best performance in a year nearly. What a win. Lewis will play Rob Cross in the second round. 6-2 winner over Dimitri van den Bergh.